Everyone has heard of Dolly the sheep that was cloned identically. However, not many understand the details of how this happened. Scientists were able to accomplish this through genetic manipulation by taking genes from Dolly and placing them into the embryo of a sheep. What if we could use this same kind of genetic manipulation, but to directly benefit us humans? Well, I have great news. There is in fact a highly controversial method that is being used today that can do this. Through genetic modification, we can alter crops to help farmers make farming easier, be healthier for humans, and to be more environmental friendly. Using genetically modified crops can help farmers economically and can make farming somewhat easier. Through genetic modification, we can alter crops to be a more workable form. This can save farmers money and time. Just as stated on Food Dialogue's webpage in an article about genetically modified crops, it has been found that fewer inputs, such as water and pesticides, are needed to grow food on less land than ever before. This in return will save farmers money because they won't need to buy as many pesticides for their crop, and their water bill could be cut substantially. It has been discovered that crops that are genetically modified, or genetically engineered to fight diseases, are saving not only the foods we love, but the industries that grow them. If we can modify the genes in a crop to make it more resistant to a suppressor, then we can ultimately increase the efficiency of that crop. This then leads to a higher efficiency style of farming. Engineering crops can also create crops that can grow in areas that otherwise couldn't. FindOurCommonGround.com has found that plant breeding creates crops that are better able to withstand environmental challenges such as drought, disease, and insect infestations. This allows farmers to grow more food in more places in the U.S. and in developing countries while using less land and fewer chemicals. Through this process, farmers can now grow crops in desolate, malnourished lands. This could also lead to deletion of over-farming a land. It would now no longer take a completely nourished plot of land to farm. Genetically modified crops could also help with the health of people and the world. By engineering food, we can create a healthier and better standard for our food. Folks at Food and Agriculture Organization stated that plants are being engineered to produce vaccines, proteins, and other pharmaceutical products. By creating vaccine-induced foods, we could eliminate certain kinds of shots. For example, instead of giving children vaccines for chickenpox with a standard needle, we could modify a banana to possess the gene that deters chickenpox and administer it through the consumption of that banana. GMCs, or genetically modified crops, can create foods that are higher in good vitamins and oils that would be healthier for humans. This would lead to foods in even more nutritional value, which would make it easier for people to be healthy. GMCs can also allow us to be more environmental friendly. Researchers have recently discovered that herbicide-tolerant crops allow farmers to use less or no-till farming methods. These methods of farming reduce nutrient runoff and soil erosion, which helps our rivers. Along with reducing soil erosion and runoff, scientists are currently developing trees that have a lower content of lignin, which is a structuring constituent of woody plant cells. This in turn could reduce the need for noxious chemicals in pulp and paper production. All of these factors play a crucial role in genetically modified crops' positive effect on our environment. Genetically modified crops are still a growing industry that will continue to change how we produce our foods. Modified crops can aid us as humans in many different ways and can also help our environment. Whether it is reducing costs for farmers or helping us to be a healthier race, these crops have many positive effects across the board.